Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of social class. I am your teacher Kavita here to present and as well as to introduce new lesson from history part. So that is unit 6, the first war of Indian independence 1857. In today's session we are going to learn on these main topics. Those are introduction and reasons for the first war of Indian independence. Here the few reasons are there. Those are political reason, economical reason, administrative reasons and as well as military reason. And next concept, beginning of the mutiny and its spread. Let's start our class with the introduction about previous lesson. So here, as we discussed so many concepts in the previous lesson, from the first lesson to up to opposition to British rule in Karnataka. In the first lesson, we have discussed so many topics. The Europeans arrived to India. So British as Europeans arrived to India because they wanted to establish their trade centers in India as per their aim. Finally, they established so many trade centers in India. For example, Madras, Calcutta and as well as Mumbai. And finally, the competition started between two European countries to establishment of their power in South India between British and French. We call Carnatic Wars. In that, who won? Of course, British. Next here, by the capturing of lack of unity among the Indian rulers, that advantage was captured by British, so that they wanted to extend their power all over India, especially in the Bengal region. They wanted to capture the Bengal region because Bengal region was one of the richest presidential areas in the eastern part, so that they wanted to extend their power in the Bengal region. Finally, Bengal was captured by British through the war, Battle of Plassey and as well as Battle of Buxar. Finally, most of the eastern part of India was controlled by British. In the next lesson, in next concept, they wanted to extend their power all over the India. Almost eastern part of India was controlled by British. The next target towards to establishment of their power in the southwestern part of India and as well as northwestern part of India. Finally, they won. They were successful to extend their power all over India. In the southwestern part of India, it means by Anglo-Maratha wars, and as well as in northwestern part here, Anglo-Sikh wars, and as well as in Karnataka, Anglo-Mysore wars. So these are the wars done by the British because to establishment of their power all over India. And next here, British introduced so many policies to control Indian princely kingdom, Indian princely states. As we know already, the first one policy here, subsidiary alliance. Who introduced subsidiary alliance? It is none other than Lord Wellesley. Lord Wellesley came as the Governor General of India in the year 1798. So he just observed Indian rulers, because by the subsidiary alliance, so many Indian princely states became a part of the British rule. Subsidiary alliance because the main intention to control over Indian princely state and to start their power, to start their administrative on Indian rulers, so that they introduce so many policies on the Indian rulers to control the Indian princely states. So one of the most important, that is subsidiary alliance, was introduced by Lord Wellesley. And next here, another most cunning policy was introduced by British, that we call doctrine of lapse. In Kannada, ದತ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಹಕ್ಕಿಲೆಂಬ ನೀತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So doctrine of lapse was introduced by Lord Dalhousie. So Lord Dalhousie arrived to India as the Governor General of India. So he introduced a doctrine of lapse. So So by the subsidiary alliance and as well as lapse, so many Indian princely states became a part of the British rule. Main intention, British intention only that to control Indian princely states. By these two policies, many Indian princely states became a part of the British rule. So doctrine of lapse, as I told in the previous lesson, doctrine of lapse was given lead for first war of Indian independence. So by the doctrine of lapse, the war started here. ದತ್ತು ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಹಕ್ಕಿಲೆಂಬ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಒಂದು ನೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಭಾರತದ ಪ್ರಥಮ ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಸಂಗ್ರಾಮ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ. In the year 1857, by the British policies, the war started in India. That we call the first war of Indian independence. The first war of Indian independence is analyzed by in a different way. So, Indians were called, this is the first war of Indian independence, but British was called Sipahi Mutiny. Then who called the first war of Indian independence? It is none other than V.D. Savarkar. Vinayak Damodar Savarkar was called. This is the first war of Indian independence. As I told now, this war was analyzed by in a different way. British was called, this is the Sipahi Mutiny, but Indians were called, this is the first war of Indian independence. Then who called the first war of Indian independence? It was called by V.D. Savarkar. It means Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. Then why British was called Sipahi Mutiny? Then later on we will get why British is called Sipahi Mutiny. So this is the introduction about that concept. Next move on another topic, reasons for the first war of Indian independence. What was the reason for the first war of Indian independence? So many reasons are there. Yes, let us discuss about political reasons. So as I told now, British had introduced so many policies on Indian princely states to control Indian kingdoms. Among them, doctrine of lapse was the main cunning policy. It was introduced by Lord Dalhousie. Due to doctrine of lapse, so many Indian rulers, they lost their kingdoms. Many Indian princely states became a part of the British rule. So here Lord Dalhousie abolished kingship of Tanjavur and as well as Carnatic Nawab. ಡಾಲ್ಹೌಸಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತಂತಂದರೆ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ನವಾಬನಿಗೂ ಮತ್ತು ತಂಜಾವೂರಿನ ನವಾಬನಿಗೆ ಬರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪಿಂಚಣಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನಾರ್ಮಲಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಬರುವಂಥ ಅಮೌಂಟನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಾರಿಲ್ಲಿ? ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಡಾಲ್ಹೌಸಿ. ಸೊ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಡಾಲ್ಹೌಸಿ ಅಬಾಲಿಶ್ಡ್ ದ ಕಿಂಗ್ಶಿಪ್ ಆಫ್ ತಂಜಾವೂರ್ and as well as Carnatic Nawab. Many Indian princely states became a part of the British Empire. For example, Satara, Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur and many other princely states became a part of the British rule. And next here, Lord Dalhousie dethroned Mughal kings. ಅಂದರೆ ಡಾಲ್ಹೌಸಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂತಂದರೆ ಮೊಘಲ್ ರಾಜರ ಸಿಂಹಾಸನದಿಂದ ತೆಗೆದು ಹಾಕಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. And here its effect on soldiers, because basically soldiers completely depends on rulers only. ರಾಜರೇ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತು ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾರೆ? ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ಅನ್ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್. So many soldiers depends on their rulers. The rulers lost their kingdoms. Finally many Indian soldiers became unemployed. So this is the concept about political reason. And next move on, economical reason. So what was the reason for the first war of Indian independence? How economical reason to cause for the first war of Indian independence? Yes. So in previous lesson I told while I was teaching land tax policies, agriculture sector became commercialized because agriculture. So by the agriculture, the raw material supplied to the England industries. It means due to the development of industrialization in England, that effect on Indian handcrafts and small scale business, because each and everything raw materials supply from India to England. Due to the development of industrialization in England, that effect on Indian employers, especially small scale industry and as well as handcraft industries, completely become declined. It has been completely declined because it's due to development of England industries, because each and everything raw material was supplying from the India to England. So basically here the being England, apart from being a industrialized country, and later on it's a commercialized country, ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ commercialized nation ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. That effect on Indian employers. So handcraft, small scale industry, handcraft industry had been declined. ಅಂದರೆ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಕ್ರಾಫ್ಟ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆಗಳಾಗಲಿ, ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟ ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆಗಳಾಗಿರಲಿ, ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾಶ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟಿಂದ that effect on Indian employers. As a result, many Indian employers became unemployed. And British, they introduced different kinds of land taxes to collect land tax from the farmers, as we already discussed in the previous lessons. They introduced different kinds of land taxes, for example, permanent zamindar system, Mahalwari system, and as well as Raitavari system. By the three kinds of land taxes, British, they collected land taxes from the farmers. So Jamindaras and British East India Company became rich, but who suffered a lot of problems from the British? Of course, farmers, because farmers had to pay land taxes for the company. So Jamindaras exploited the farmers through the collecting land taxes. The overall economical reason its effect on Indian employers only, because in England industrialization developed, that effect on Indian employers, they became unemployed. That effect on Indian handcrafts and small scale business, and British introduced different kinds of land taxes to collect land tax from the farmers. The farmers had faced a lot of problems from the British, and Jamindaras became rich. Jamindaras became landlords. Jamindaras were exploited farmers. So this was the main reason for the first war of Indian independence. ಆರ್ಥಿಕ ಕಾರಣಗಳಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆಗಳ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಭಾಳಷ್ಟು ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಕಮರ್ಷಿಯಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ನೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಟು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್, ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿನೇ ಕಚ್ಚಾ ವಸ್ತುಗಳು ರಾ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತೀಯರಿಗೆ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಗೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಬೇರೆ ರೀತಿಯ ತೆರಿಗೆಗಳ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ಸಫರ್ ಆದ್ರೆ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ suffered a lot of problems from the British. So that, as I told now, the economic reason was the main cause for the first war of Indian independence. And next move on, administrative reasons. How administrative reason to cause for the first war of Indian independence? Yes, sir. British East India Company brought so many civil and criminal laws into India, and the partiality between Indian employers and the British employers. High post was reserved for British officers only, and the lowest post reserved for Indians only. Here, the completely partiality between British employees and Indian soldiers, Indian officers, because Indian officers didn't have a particular status, salary, job, highest status. These are all those who had British officers. So that the partiality between British officers and Indian officers. And next here, English language became administrative language. In administrative, which was the administrative language here, English. English became administrative language. That English concept, English language, it was only known for Britishers only. Each and everything judgment was favored to British. The overall, the partiality between Indians and British. The favorite judgment was given to only for British. High status, salary, job, reservation, everything was belongs to only for British officers. And judgment was given favorite to British only. So this is the concept administrative reasons. Next move on, another important reason, that is military reason. How military reason to main causes for the first war of Indian independence. Yes, as I told in the introduction, the first war of Indian independence was analyzed in a different ways. Indians were called, this was the first war of Indian independence, but British was called Sipahi Mutiny. Then look at here, the main reason, military reason. So many Indian soldiers were there in the British army. In that, Indian soldiers' conditions were very pathetic. It's very difficult conditions was faced by Indian soldiers. Pathetic in the sense difficult conditions. So military reason, because so many Indian soldiers were there in the British army. So Indian soldiers had faced a lot of problems because many Indian soldiers were there. So their condition is very pathetic. It's very difficult conditions was faced by Indian soldiers only. Here also military reason, the partiality between Indian soldiers and as well as British soldiers. As I told the previous concept, each and everything status, salary, high reservation what belongs to only for British. In the same way, in the military, high post, high status, job, reservation, salary what belongs to only for British. It means the Indian soldiers did not have the particular status, salary, job, high post, reservation. So that the partiality between British soldiers and as well as Indian soldiers. So this is the concept about military reason. Next move on, another important topic, that is beginning of the mutiny and its spread. Then where mutiny was started in India? Yes, already I told in the military reasons, many Indian soldiers were there in the British army. In that, Indian soldiers' conditions are very pathetic, in the sense very difficult conditions was faced by Indian soldiers. They didn't have any particular status, salary, job and promotions. So that Indian soldiers' situations are very pathetic in the British army. Here, if Indian soldiers, they thought, if we united, of course British were drive from the India. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ಒಗ್ಗಟ್ಟಾಗಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರನ್ನು ಭಾರತದಿಂದ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದೆ ಥಾಟ್ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್, of course the British send them to their countries. ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ಬಿಟ್ಟವ್ರನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಹಿಯರ್, British they started to provide a new type of gun that we call Royal Enfield gun. Royal Enfield gun was provided by British Army. In the same situation, a rumor spread among the Indian soldiers. What was the rumor? That rumor, that gun was completely smashed by the fat of cow and fat of pig. ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಬಂದೂಕನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ತಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ದನದ ಮಾಂಸ, ಆಕಳ ಮಾಂಸ ಮತ್ತು ಹಂದಿ ಮಾಂಸದಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಆ ಗನ್ನ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ರೂಮರ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರಲ್ಲಿ? ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ನಡುವೆ. ಆ ರೂಮರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್, ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದಟ್ ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ರಾಯಲ್ ಎನ್ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಗನ್ ಟು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ soldiers. In the same situation, a rumor was spread among the Indian soldiers. That rumor, the fat of cow and the fat of pig. A completely gun ಅಂದರೆ ಆ ಬಂದೂಕು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ತಯಾರಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದನದ ಮಾಂಸ ಮತ್ತು ಹಂದಿಯ ಮಾಂಸದಿಂದ ಅದು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ರೂಮರ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ರೂಮರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಗಾಳಿ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ನಡುವೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂತಂದರೆ ಕೌ we are worshipping cow, but pig is completely prohibited by Islam. ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ, ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದೂ, ಇವನ್ ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿಂದೂ ವರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಆರ್ಮಿ. ಸೊ ಆ ರೂಮರ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ರೂಮರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ರೀಚ್ ಟು ಬ್ಯಾರಕ್ಪುರ್. ಆ ಬ್ಯಾರಕ್ಪುರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗೆ ಅದು ರೀಚ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So the British they started to provide that gun, but our Indian soldiers they are not at all ready to open by mouth. ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಕಚ್ಚಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾರು? ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಆರ್ಮಿಯವರು ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ನಾಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ಓಪನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಮೌತ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂತಂದರೆ ಆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಗನ್ ಯಾವುದು ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಕವ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಿಗ್, ದನದ ಮಾಂಸ ಮತ್ತು ಹಂದಿಯ ಮಾಂಸದಿಂದ ಅದು ರೆಡಿ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂತಂದರೆ ಅದರ ಬಾಯಿಂದ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ರೆಡಿ ಇರೋಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ದೇ ಫೋರ್ಸಬಲಿ ದೇ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಟು ಅವರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಸೋಲ್ಜರ್ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ದಟ್ ಬಾಂಬ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ soldiers was killed, British officer. It is none other than Mangal Pandey. So Mangal Pandey, he was a soldier of Barakpur. So Mangal Pandey was killed, British officer. This incident we call immediate cause for the first war of Indian independence in the year 1857. So British army, they started to provide, they said to open that bomb by mouth, but our Indian soldiers they not at all ready to open that bomb by mouth. So that one of the famous soldier of Barakpur, it is none other than Mangal Pandey. So Mangal Pandey was a famous soldier of Barakpur. So in order to ready to open that gun, that bomb, so that Mangal Pandey was killed, British officers at the spot time. That incident we call immediate cause. Which was the immediate cause for the first war of Indian independence? It is none other than Mangal Pandey was killed, British officer. That incident became the immediate cause for the first war of Indian independence in the year 1857. So finally, even Mangal Pandey was also killed by the British army. So this is the concept mutiny, or beginning of the mutiny. In the next session, how mutiny had become spread all over India, that concept we will study in the next session. Till then, keep watching video. Thank you and have a great day.